Hey everyone, it's Angela with Mystic Moon, bringing you guys a lost love reading on Throwback Thursday. So basically we're throwing it back to an old connection that you still feel connected to with a person. So it doesn't matter what kind of feeling that you have for them. This is just someone that you still feel connected to, and you just kind of want to know, how are they feeling my energy right now? So we're going to be using a couple of different decks here today. The Herb Crafter's Tarot. This is a brand new deck for me called the 5 Cent Tarot. So incredibly cute. And then also the Butterfly Oracle cards by Doreen Virtue. And then we're going to also use the Hidden Truth Oracle cards by All Things Intuitive. So I'll put everything down below as to where you guys can get these decks, and let's get started. So let's take a look and see, what is your person's current energy at this particular time? Let's just get to the nitty gritty of it towards you, okay? It's not that you don't care about what's happening in this person's world or life, but you want to know, how is this person holding your energy currently? What does this energy look like? So let's start off with the 5 Cent Tarot. This deck is meant to be used with reversals, so I will go ahead and show you guys what I mean by that. This deck has 0 people on it, which is totally cool, and the suits are named super cute things. Okay, so let's go into your person's energy towards you. Let's get an overall energy with this Oracle deck. What is your person's overall energy towards you at this particular time? Welcome the new. Welcome the new. Let's take a look. The Emperor, authority. Well, I mean, obviously butterflies mean transformation and change, but this entire deck has butterflies in it. So how can I say that, you know, there's a butterfly in that card? All the cards have butterflies in them. Anyways, the Emperor says authority. So as you guys can see in this particular deck, you turn it around this way and it has another word that says control. But it did come up in the upright position. Authority. Taking authority when it comes to something new, taking charge of something new. So what does this new energy have to do with you, the person watching the video? So your person is taking charge of something. We have the energy of the 6 of Cups. Now, that's crazy, you guys. This is a card of the past, memories of the past. This could be your connection. So what I'm getting from this lineup here is that your person is actually still thinking about you in this connection. I mean, does that mean they're thinking about you every moment of the day? Not necessarily, but they're in a very innocent energy with you. Like they're thinking about the good times. They're thinking about the joy that you guys experienced maybe, and that playful time that you guys had together. So they might be welcome to a second chance with you or a new beginning with you. And the Emperor is an energy where they might be trying to take some sort of control on how to make that happen, how to recapture what you guys had in the past, right? So let's get a couple of more energies here. Okay, so now we have a reverse card here. Okay, so what I'm getting here is that, do they stay or do they move on? Do they welcome the new or do they move on? Okay, so this is the 5 of Cups, disappointment, but we're moving on past disappointment. So you guys could have had some sort of sad energy that has been surrounding the situation for quite some time, and they definitely felt disappointed about it. Okay, but they're wanting to move on past this disappointment. Do they revisit it? Do they go back to the past? Do they reclaim the past with you? Do they come back? Do they reconcile with you, or do they move on past this connection? So I feel like your person is trying to kind of take control or authority, I guess, with what they feel like they need to do or what's best for them. We have the energy of ignorance, the messenger. So this messenger here, this is, what is this? Spirit guides. This particular deck might have a couple of extra cards in there, because this one says 25 and there is no 25th card in tarot. I'm pretty sure that's what that says. Yeah, so I think this is an extra card, the messenger. So they're ignoring the messengers. They're ignoring the signs is what I'm seeing here. Because upright it says spirit guides. So they're ignoring messages. They're ignoring the signs. They're ignoring their intuition. That's kind of interesting. So I feel like their fear Like the Emperor is somebody who they try to have everything, like, even though the negative of this card says control, I still feel like the Emperor is very much in control of himself. Definitely has the poker face on, definitely gives the impression that they have everything under control. So you might be dealing with somebody who has a really good poker face, and they don't want to look ignorant, is what I'm also getting. They don't want to look ignorant. They don't want to come off as, they just don't want to come off as they haven't moved on. That's so weird. Okay, so let me get some more energies here, because the story is building. Poor leader. Interesting. King of Matches, which is the King of Wands. Isn't that adorable? Matches for wands. I love it. Okay. The only regular suit here is the Cups cards. But yeah, the King of Matches, this is somebody where, we take control of our destiny. Poor leader. So your person is trying to be authoritative, trying to look or seem like they're in control, but they might have made some bad choices, and their bad choices or poor choices could have led them on a path of disappointment in the past, is what I'm seeing here. Your person had a tower moment, because that's what the story is. The story is building, even though I'm asking Spirit, what is this person feeling towards you now? These are things that have already happened to your person. They had their tower moment. Their life has been upheaved. They literally have gone through some crazy ass awakening. I mean, literally, that's what that word says, awakening. And this is all the stuff that they felt. They made poor choices that led them in the wrong direction. They moved on from you. They walked away. You were innocent. You didn't deserve it. They ignored their intuition or their higher self. And they were very much in the kind of egotistical energy of the Emperor, which is like, I got it all under control. And I'm also getting this energy now, because this is past, is that they wanted something new. And so they discarded you. I should have started this reading off with the past, because it's like Spirit's way of taking me back, like what happened, past energy. So yeah, they had an upheaval, a tower moment. Absolutely. So and it was slow. Look at this. Look at all those freaking turtles. It was it took a while. It took a while for this person to get to this time, but they did. They finally had their tower moment. They finally had this major, major upheaval. And so I kind of feel like, yes, this is tying into the present moment, which is now they're starting to think about you and the poor choices that they made and how you didn't deserve that. Kind of ignorance was bliss back then, but it's not now. They can no longer be ignorant to their ways. So they're trying to take charge of they're trying to take responsibility for their actions. That's the message. Well, all right, let's switch decks now and see what else they're feeling towards you, because I feel like that had a lot to do with the past and what's already happened. So what do they want? How about this? What do they want with you now that they have had this awakening or tower moment where they realize that you didn't deserve what they did? The Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is to move the wheel once again, to welcome the new, to welcome some sort of new change, a change in direction. Nine of Earth. The Nine of Earth, Nine of Pentacles energy. I feel like this person is alone. They're alone now, okay? They might have had to, I know this is like metaphor, like a metaphor, but it's like they had to take this again, this is like a biblical type of a story here, but they had to eat that forbidden fruit and then deal with the consequences of those actions. And they needed to, I see apples as temptations. So there's this energy with your person that they needed to go through some kind of test, some sort of temptation, something that would tempted them, an offer tempted them away from you in this connection. But I feel like that was a part of their path. It was a part of their destiny. It was also a part of yours too. So what's happened here? even though there's sadness and disappointment and still like this nostalgia of thinking about the past, I feel like it was absolutely necessary in order for people to like learn something. Yeah. The Ace of Earth, to have a brand new beginning, fresh new start. So what does this person want with you? Even though they might have been alone for a while or they're alone now, I feel like they definitely want to start something new with you, because that's how the reading started. They want to start something new with you. They want to offer you something in the physical world. The Moon. But there is something that's holding them back. They're feeling a little confused. They're feeling like they're not sure. They're not sure. Are they deluding themselves? Are they confused? Are they confusing just something for something else? They're not quite sure. They're confused and a little lost right now when it comes to what to do. I'm also getting too that they're hiding this from you, that they want to offer you something. So you wouldn't know this because you're not seeing any evidence of this in the physical world. The Seven of Earth, it says oak. Seven of Earth, Seven of Pentacles. This is about planning. I feel like your person is planning something with you, but they're not ready to strike just yet. They're really keeping their distance from you. They do feel drawn to you. They do feel destined that maybe you guys are supposed to have some sort of second chance or move the wheel in this connection again, that you're a part of their, you're just a part of their future, perhaps. I'm not talking about like, maybe you're there forever, happily ever after, but in some way, this person feels like you guys are destined to meet again, that you guys are destined to cross paths again. That's what I'm getting here. And so they're in no hurry to make that happen right now because they're still not quite sure on, why they're feeling the way that they're feeling right now and what this all means. But there's like some stuff that's happening to them. And they might be trying to ignore some of those signs is what I'm seeing, but it's like if spirit keeps pushing and pushing and pushing, eventually people have to see these signs. And that's why this person had a tower moment, is because before they were ignoring all the signs. They were ignoring their higher self, and their lower self and their ego took them down the wrong path. But was it really a wrong path, or was it a necessary lesson? You see? This right here is the Queen of Swords. Your person knows that you're a Queen of Swords. You may have cut your person off, as in whatever happened with the two of you, you had no choice but to just cut them out of your life because you just were not having it. Whatever happened, you weren't having it. It could just be they cut you off because they knew that you were going to cut them off eventually because you weren't going to put up with their crap. But whatever this is, what they want with you, they're afraid because they're not sure if you're the Queen of Swords or if you're the, a warmer queen. So they don't know where you're at, is my point. They don't know. So that mystery is enough to hold them back from offering something new to you at this time. This right here is the Knight of Swords. They do want to offer you, though, some sort of truth. They want to offer you some sort of a conversation, but they feel like a knight compared to, it's like the little boy coming to the mother. There is that energy there. So they're not quite sure that they're ready to meet you or be your match at this time for a conversation. The energy and the feeling and the idea to bring you this truth in conversation is there, but it might not be strong enough at this point for them to actually move towards you. Even though the Knights are movement and action, I feel like this person is haunted perhaps by the past and haunted by the darkness and the things that they hid at one time, or maybe the things that they're afraid to even bring to light. Yeah, talk about fears, and here it is, Nine of Swords, Nine of Air. They have a lot of fear about bringing you this truth or taking action towards you. I just want to let you guys know this, the people that are watching this video. And last, we have the Two of Cups. This person does have feelings for you. They still feel connected to you. I mean, that would make sense, right? Like, why would this person that you're connected to be thinking about you and wanting to come back into your life if they didn't have a connection with you? There it is, Two of Cups. They have a connection with you. They feel a connection with you. The Six of Cups is also, whenever I see the Six of Cups and the Two of Cups in a reading, that tells me that there is some sort of a soul connection here. And so that causes people to want to revisit things or to resurrect these types of a connection, especially if there's unfinished business. And I do feel unfinished business with this connection. And your person feels it too, which is why they're being drawn back to it. And they may have made a lot of choices in the past that really hurt you and really destroyed this connection. But they're currently thinking about it, and they're currently, I don't want to say they're haunted by it, but they're currently trying to just take charge of something and figure something out now that they've had this tower moment. You're back on their mind suddenly. They realize what they did to you. You didn't deserve it. That's what I keep getting. You didn't deserve what they did. You didn't deserve what they did. And maybe they just left you in the dust, or again, maybe you had to cut them off, whatever it was. But this person made some poor choices, and they were not listening to their intuition. They were not listening to their guidance. They let their ego be their guide. That's what I'm seeing here. So let's take a look and see what does this person want to say to you? How about that? What does this person want to say to you at this time? What do they want you to know and understand at this time? And I'm going to go ahead and pop up a deck that I didn't use, or I didn't introduce, that I was going to use. This is my Spirits of Darkness and Light. So let's take a look and see. Let's get some additional messages with this. Okay, so again, Spirit of the Woods, your person has a lot of fear when it comes to you. So they're in the woods, they're lost, they're here, they've got their voices in their head, these goblins, these nightmares that are haunting them about the past. And so they're in a little bit of that moon energy, confused, dark place, not really sure what to do. So that's just being confirmed here. Yeah, see, look at this, you guys. I left you before you could leave me. I did feel that already, because even though this Queen of Swords cuts people out, okay, this energy told me that this person may have left you, moved on from you, left you in the past, left you in the dust. See? Five of Cups moved on, left you in the dust. Their ignorance led them astray, led them down the wrong path. Again, not necessarily wrong. I feel like this was necessary for them in order to grow as a person. But they left you before you could leave them. And I could depict that up. They knew that you were the Queen of Swords and that you weren't going to put up with their shit. So they left you before you could leave them. Now, some of you could have left this person too. But ultimately, they put the facade up that they were done with you, so you would be done with them. That's what it was. It was a play. It was a play for this person protecting and preserving their ego. King of Wands reversed, egomaniac. I'm not saying this person is an egomaniac before or now, but they were before. That's what I'm seeing. They were before. Look at this. Your person has ascended. They have made progress. And then now we have the long way home. So the long way home usually means longer separations, longer times apart for people. Meaning that they take the long way, the right way to go about things usually requires a lot of hard work and patience. Shortcuts, short results, quick results, not long lasting energy. So to me, this is telling me that this person has decided to take the long way home. And the tower coming crashing down in their lives, it's about damn time. But this person might be older in their years, as in really, they're this age and they're finally starting to have this tower moment. It took long enough. I'm getting that. It took long enough. I hid who I really am from you. Absolutely. They not only did they hide who they really were from you, they hid who they really were from everyone, including themselves. So the Spirit of the Staircase really showcases someone that is ascending now, somebody who is making progress on their journey. They're no longer able to hide from who they are. Who they truly are has come to bite them in the ass. That's what I'm seeing. Yeah, Spirit of the Flocks. Okay, let me see what this says. Okay, Spirit of the Flocks, gossip, rivals, posse. I wonder if you are happy without me. This person may be searching social media or asking people that you guys know. Asking people that you guys know. I can't think of the word I want to use. mutually if you're happy. Okay? They're trying to seek out information. They're wondering if you're happy without them. I'm also getting that this person chose the wrong flock. Again, wrong. I keep saying wrong. There wasn't really wrong here. It was a choice. And this choice led them to their ultimate ascension and their ultimate spiritual awakening. So this was necessary for them. But it didn't have to be this difficult, is my point. They didn't have to do it this way, but somehow they chose the long way, okay? And the long way has been difficult. It just has. You may have waited a very long time for this person to finally grow up or finally come back around or whatever's going on here. But they do wonder if you're happy without them. They might be relying, like I said, on gossip or getting their facts from social media, trying to figure out if you're happy now, because they're wondering about you. And the birds and the flocks are like information on birds' wings, but it's not the most reliable, because it's word of mouth. Like, you're not really getting it straight from that person. So you're not speaking to them. So they can't directly ask you, or they're choosing not to directly ask you if you're happy, because you're not speaking. So they're relying on other people. I'm also getting too that other people may have played a part in the demise of your connection, as in you may have been dealing with people that were gossiping about your connection. Maybe they were in competition with someone, maybe even you. And so there was jealous people that didn't want to see your connection succeed. And so they were a part of the demise. I'm also getting that. I'm also getting to, right before I close up with that one, is that they felt like you were better off without them. Something happened here when it came to other people. Like, there was too much crap. There was too much drama. And so rather than fixing it with you, they just figured, you know what, this person's better off without me. And so they left. They flew away. Bye-bye, they flew away. That's what it was. Spirit of lightning, power, strength, and expression. I do feel like this person really does want to express themselves to you. I did see it with that Knight of Swords, lightning, spirit of lightning, okay? See, there is so much I want to say to you. I am telling you right now, this person has something they want to say to you. But it would take a lot of power and strength on their part in order to do it. A lot of courage and a lot of strength it's going to take in order for this person to express themselves. But damn, do they want to express themselves? They want to say something to you. They want to say something to you. So let's do 5 cards here and see if we can even get what that is. What does your person want to say to you? Wow, Spirit of the Lion. This is kind of interesting to me, you guys, because of the cards that already came through. The energy that they were in before was the lion, the poor leader. See, a person that made poor choices, a person that was led down a different path that maybe didn't lead them to the happiness that they were looking for. So they finally have recognized something. They are, because I did ask Spirit, what's currently the energy here. They are in the Emperor's energy, so they might be a lot more mature than you remember them to be from the past. They may have been somewhat of a childish energy in the past, but maybe they've really worked on themselves to turn their lives around, and now they're more of like a leader. They're no longer following the crowd, the flocks. They're more or less standing up and saying, hey, this is what I want. I see that king, I see this lion here is like a king of wands. The king of wands is a born leader. That's what he is. Just being near you was intoxicating. Your person wants you to know that they actually had a very difficult time leaving your connection. I'm getting you were a distraction, though, to them as well. Your connection could have been very, very intoxicating, and it really could have distracted them. And so you might have seen them letting you go or disconnecting from you or whatever happened as kind of like them, they didn't really care for you that much, or they just weren't interested, or something like that. And what I'm getting was actually quite the opposite. Your energy was very powerful and very, very intense. You guys experienced a lot of chemistry together. And so because of that, they were getting carried away, spending that time with you and becoming intoxicated with you. And so that really was starting to distract them from that path, perhaps, that they were on, whatever that was. So they left you because they knew that they were screwing things up for whatever reason. I'm going to get one more. Yeah, see? I feel like your person is very, very independent, and they might not have been looking for a relationship when you came into their life. So they weren't ready to settle down. And that's the thing, is you were very intoxicating to them. And that was threatening their choices. It was threatening that path at that time. And so they could have sabotaged a situation, or perhaps allowed a third party to sabotage that situation. And rather than fixing it or even owning up to shit, what they did is they just said, oh, you know what, this person's just better off without me. And they just bowed out. That's what I'm seriously getting. See, I couldn't let you get close to me. This person had to be on guard. They were too curious. They also had a lot of dreams, is what I'm seeing. And it's like they wanted to roam free. They wanted to be independent like the cat. They didn't want any strings attached. But again, it wasn't that, you were great. It's not that you were unattractive. It's not that you guys didn't have a connection. They felt a connection with you. But that's the problem. They felt too much of a connection with you. And so they had to sabotage it or walk away from it or not save it or work on it, because it was just easier for them to just go on their merry way and continue on their path. So this person has had some sort of a tower moment where they realized that what they thought that they wanted didn't really lead them to their happiness. And now they have a lot of things that they want to say to you, and they'd like to change things with you and have a brand new beginning and a fresh new start. But they've got a lot of insecurities when it comes to trying to even make that happen. So I know some of you guys are probably watching this video and thinking to yourselves, it's the same story over and over again, and I've never heard from this person. Well, this is the thing. Readings are meant to tap into energy, but that doesn't guarantee that anybody's going to do anything. So if this reading is helping you, or perhaps giving you a little glimmer of closure, or maybe just a nice little treat that this person is still feeling this way towards you, or just knowing this helps you in some sort of way, great. If it's triggering you or if it's pissing you off, that's a sign that it's maybe time to stop watching these types of readings, So always pay attention to the energy here. So what is this person's most likely actions going to be towards you in this connection moving forward? So we're going to be tapping into some energies here that are decks that I didn't say we were going to use, but I'm just feeling it. This is my Twin Flame Journey Tarot. What is energy that this person is bringing towards you in the future? Let's bring through my Twin Flame my Twin Flame Oracle. What is this person bringing towards you in the future? Possibly. What are their possible offerings of energy in the future? With the energy of bound. And we have the Two of Pentacles. This person is still not going to let you go. Even moving forward, if they choose to do nothing, they're still going to be connected to you. They're still going to feel this connection towards you. I feel like with that Two of Pentacles energy, they could have someone else in their life right now, or maybe you could, or both. Or they still have something that they're doing in the physical world, so they're trying to balance some aspect of their life or gain balance themselves, maybe through some sort of healing. And so they're still trying to detach perhaps from things that are not good for them or that are holding them back. So they might not feel balanced enough to come towards you either, is what I'm seeing here. What else? We've received Seven of Cups. So Seven of Cups is an energy of confusion. It's an energy of just really kind of being in a dream state and just not sure what to do. So I did see this energy connected to your individual before with the moon. So it's very like, I'm confused. I don't know what I want. Seven of Cups and the moon is very similar energy to me. but there's like a fantasy and a temptation to want to do something, being very dreamy. They're receiving messages is what I'm seeing here from the like dreams, from intuition, their higher self, through telepathy. There's something that they're receiving. They're relying on some kind of information that's actually not practical, if that makes sense. So I don't know what that means, but we'll continue. We have the energy of a fresh start. Dang. This person wants, okay, so this is what I'm getting. If we're going to see this as a little bit of a story, like a progressive story, whatever attachments, negative attachments that your individual has at this present time, they're currently balancing it out. They're going to receive clarity with anything that is confusing them. Once they do that, this King of Cups, who has emotionally mastered themselves, is going to offer you a brand new beginning and a fresh new start. Bam, there it is. So that is what that card lineup means. It's very straightforward. Does it mean it will happen? Does it guarantee it? No. It just means that this person's path that they're on at this present time is leading towards this. So again, did this person make mistakes? Sure, we all make mistakes. But the thing is, right or wrong, really no such thing. These are all just decisions that have consequences, and these consequences have led this person to who they were meant to be. And who they were meant to be was to take the long way home in order to ascend to this level of emotional mastery. So maybe without hurting you and other people, they couldn't have got there. So now that they've had this huge tower moment, they can finally start to rebuild themselves in the proper way in this life, and maybe you're just a part of that. So maybe that's why they're thinking about you again. Maybe that's why they might possibly reach out to you for a second chance. You never know. So let's go ahead and end this reading with the most important things that Spirit wants you to know about this connection. What's the most important thing that Spirit wants you to know and to consider about this connection? Let's take a look. We're going to go into this deck again. The butterfly oracle cards. The most important thing that Spirit wants you to know is that there has been spiritual growth, period. Not only on your part, but also on your person's part. And I'm definitely feeling that. Your person has ascended. Your person has grown. I mean, they're still in that energy, of course, but I mean, it's happened for a reason. So everything that's happened here has happened for spiritual growth purposes. Absolutely. The Lovers, yeah. To me, this is two soulmates, two twin flames, two higher soul like a connection here that came up with the Two of Cups and the Six of Cups. I've already picked up on that. There's a spiritual growth and lesson here within this lovers union, okay? You guys were meant to cross paths, but I'm getting to with this, like this to me is like a number 8. It's an infinity symbol. You guys are like, what's the word I'm looking for? I guess eternally connected. It's like a continuance. I don't know why I'm getting tongue-tied, but that's the energy here. We have new career. So somebody may have also had jumped into a new career when it comes to this spiritual growth that has happened or has taken place. Whether that's you or your person, but somebody has jumped into their mission or power through this connection as well. That's interesting. Two of Air. So any kind of energy where people were confused or stuck, I feel like some kind of fresh energy has come from this stalemate situation. So people have really taken control of their lives, especially their careers and their purpose. Why am I taking another one? I'm sorry. I don't know why I'm out of, yeah. With the energy of decisions. Okay, so of course the Two of Swords is a card of decisions. People need to make a decision. The Lovers is also a card of decisions. There could be more than 2 people here too. Sometimes lovers can be 3 people. Ten of Fire. Wow. A burden, closing a burdensome cycle. There's a decision to make a decision that's a big deal. It's a big decision. It's a decision that may create major burdens. But I feel like once this decision has been made, the burden will be released. Okay, so what does this have to do with? moving. Oh my gosh. There's a major energy here of moving things forward, death, ending something, a major death and rebirth transformation. So I feel like there's an ending, but then like we're moving towards a new beginning, a fresh new start. So there's some sort of major transformation when it comes to making a decision and closing out an old cycle so a new one can begin. And we have the energy of self-care. Three of Swords. Wow. You know, I did pick up on some third-party energy here. I feel like somebody has to make a decision to move or do something, and it's very difficult. It's not the easiest decision to make. It's a painful decision because someone's going to get hurt is what I'm seeing here. So again, that could be them, that could be you, it could be a little bit of both. So I just want to kind of see how this is all playing out and rolling out. What is Spirit, I guess, advice here on this whole situation? What's the advice here, since we have a lot of stress and a lot of pain, a lot of anxiety here? Somebody wants to do what's best for them, but they might be afraid that that will, of course, cause a lot of pain to other people. And no one wants to do that, you know. No one wants to deliberately hurt other people. We've got feathers, protection. Wow, green. Coins. So what's interesting is there's a lot of support and there's a lot of protection, prosperity, health, abundance. I'm getting the message here that if people are afraid that they will not be taken care of, that they are going to somehow lose something because of a decision that they make, it's just a fear. We have, see, somebody's clinging on to something in the material world. They're afraid. They're afraid to let something go. But there's a new role that's calling you. It's calling you to attention. You're meant to play a different role. So the role that you've been playing for quite some time, or your person's been playing for quite some time, is closing out. And somebody's still kind of clinging to that old role of who they are, who they've been for a while. So there's a lot of fear that is surrounding letting go and letting something kind of close out, a burdensome situation or something that's just, you know, kind of coming to a close. So let's get into this deck here, which is called Messages of Love Oracle Cards, and get some advice. What is Spirit's advice when it comes to dealing with this situation with this person? Okay, so again, there is a spiritual lesson at hand. Spiritual growth, spiritual lesson. This person is in your life to teach you a spiritual lesson. There's a spiritual lesson at hand. Okay? We have the energy of support now coming up twice. Okay. Again, I feel like there is a need for support at this time because there's some very challenging or difficult energies that this person or you are going to be facing in the future when it comes to this decision or decisions that need to be made. I'm telling you guys, I was picking up on some third party thing. An external party is meddling in this relationship. So there is another person in this situation that, and it's not like, you know, we're not blaming this person. We're not saying that, you know, oh, this person's the problem. But there is some kind of a lesson where when it comes to self-care and letting go or making a decision. And there's an interference that's like interfering with this spiritual lesson of you and this individual is what I'm getting here, either from them or you. So let's go ahead and see what some of this spiritual lesson is about. This is my twin flame journey tarot. Let's see. Okay, again, the moon's energy comes up for a second time. Illusions. I feel like you're not supposed to have all the answers. You're supposed to make decisions based on your intuition and what you just feel, not what you can see. And that's really scary. It's really scary to make decisions with things that you don't have proof of in the physical world, just things that you feel and things that you see. So I feel like both people are, in a way they feel the connection, but they're not sure of the connection. They're not sure on whether or not that's enough in order for them to make any decisions or moves on. See? Two of Cups. People feel this connection towards one another, but again, they're afraid to make a decision. Either it's you or them or both. I get it's both. Third party. See? You guys want to come together. You guys want to reconnect again. Both of you want this. The 2 and the 3 of Cups is the 5 of Cups combined. So to me, it's like, again, there's that feeling of disappointment that your connection either never really had a chance to grow, or you never had a chance to really experience something with your person. It was very short-lived, perhaps. So again, that might be another reason, kind of like, why would I still be connected to this person when this connection wasn't even that long? We have the Queen of Pentacles, so there could be a wife or a mother that's in the situation, or that could be you, person watching the video. Yeah. The Knight of Pentacles is somebody who's slowly but steadily making some sort of progress. But again, I keep getting a Knight and a Queen. Somebody's still not ready to be your king. They're working on it, though. That's what they plan to bring you in the future. Remember, King of Cups, mastery, fresh start, but they're not there yet. So I feel like the person that's watching this video might have some other roles to tend to right now. And that's what you should be focusing on rather than this connection, because this person has gotten some sort of clue or understanding about your connection, but they're still making some slow and steady progress towards, figuring out what they need to figure out. So I wouldn't rely or count on this person making contact with you like tomorrow, but it could possibly happen in the future. And so when it happens, you want to make sure that you have all your ducks in a row, because if you don't, what I'm getting here is that there might be a lot of upset and heartache in situations that it doesn't need to be like that if you need to wrap up certain shit. See? 10 of Swords, painful ending. If you don't want a painful ending in your life, or they don't want a painful ending in their life, you guys need to take care of external circumstances first before trying to come back together with this individual. So don't jump the gun and try to make something happen with somebody that's either not available or you're not available. Both people have to wrap up their stuff, or else it's going to be painful for everybody. Because 2 people want to come back together, but these people might not be able to because of external situations. Look at that. We cannot move forward until we transition out of old energy, period. The old has to die so that way new ways can begin. It's Spirit's way of just confirming and reconfirming over and over again the same exact message. So let's end this reading here with these cards. And these cards are the Sacred Geometry Activations Oracle. What is currently being activated in this connection, and why? Soul time. The frequency of soul time asks us to allow the possibility of a new reality to emerge, one that embraces the concept that while the corporal body, I think that's what it says, is mortal, the soul is timeless, limitless, and infinite. What's interesting, and I just got this, the divine masculine in the situation is really taking some soul time, needs some soul time. There's some kind of a ascension that's happening here with this masculine, if that resonates with you, that's taking this soul time, because they're starting to realize that they're not the body. Their soul, their time here is it's timeless, it's limitless, it's infinite. They're coming to some new concepts with spirituality and seeing things from a higher perspective. So what's the last thing that this person wants to say to you to close up this reading? The last thing that they want to tell you before we close up this reading. Twin flame messages that I created. What's the last thing they want to tell you? What do they want to leave you with? What does your person want to leave you with? You have been in my dreams. I'm not surprised. I did see this energy here of the dreams, the Seven of Cups, the moon twice. You guys are connected telepathically. They're thinking of you. You're thinking of them. You guys are fantasizing about one another. It's there. I'm a better person because of you. Again, you have aided this person in their growth, their spiritual lessons, their spiritual healing and ascension. Dealing with you, hurting you, doing something has affected them. You're a part of their growth. I can't ignore the signs that I'm receiving any longer. They ignored the signs before. They did. But they can't ignore them anymore. And the reason that they can't ignore them anymore is because they're not closed off anymore. They're not unawakened anymore. They're awakened now. So when you're awakened, you cannot ignore the signs any longer. You're seeing things from a new perspective. Your old eyes don't work anymore. So try as you may, you can't really close stuff out like you did before. So it's different. This person still loves you. I definitely I felt it in this entire reading. They still love you. They still feel you. They still think about you. They still want to make contact with you. But you may not be seeing that, but they still do. We will be together again is what your person is telling you. Holy shit. So, as a fifth card, and for that to be the last message, dang, we will be together again. So, we started the reading with the Emperor's energy. Now I understand why your person's in the Emperor's energy, because they have taken charge of their destiny. They have taken charge of they've taken responsibility for their crap. And you may be aware of this, maybe you're not aware of it, maybe you do sense it. But they're starting to see signs that are pointing to you, and there's some things that need to be, there's some decisions that need to be made for both people in order for the two of you to be together again. And so in order to avoid these very painful choices, things need to be wrapped up. So it's probably not a good idea to seek this person out, and they probably know it's not a good idea to seek you out until these things are taken care of. And so sometimes divine timing is just better to accept rather than trying to push towards something that just isn't the right time. So work on yourself, allow your person to work on them, take care of whatever you guys got to take care of, so that way if this person does reemerge into your life, or somehow you want to reach out to them, there's more of a chance of happiness rather than all this third-party unhappy crap. So I hope that resonated with you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Have a fantastic day. Bye.